Hello, my loves. I'm Venus Morrigan, and today we're going to talk about a question that has probably crossed your mind at some point. How long does the average sexual encounter actually last? Is there an ideal duration? Are people doing it for much longer than you think? Or is the reality very different from what's portrayed in movies and media? Before we begin, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue these intimate, honest conversations that strip away myths, bring clarity, and help you understand your own desires, expectations, and experiences in a way that is both empowering and liberating. Now, let's explore the reality behind how long sex truly lasts. When most people think about the perfect duration for sex, their expectations are shaped by movies, pornography, and social expectations. In films, love scenes are often depicted as long, intense, and passionately sustained, as if time itself slows down for pleasure. In pornography, performers seem to go on for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, or even longer, creating the illusion that real sex should last that long, too. But what actually happens in real life? The truth is far more surprising. Studies on sexual duration have consistently shown that, on average, penetrative intercourse lasts between 5 and 7 minutes. That's right, not 30 minutes, not an hour, just a few minutes. And before you start wondering whether that's too short, let's take a moment to understand what those numbers actually mean. First, we need to separate foreplay from penetration. Many people assume that sex refers only to the time from penetration to climax, but true intimacy is far more than just that. Kissing, touching, teasing, and building arousal are all part of a fulfilling experience, and when we include these elements, the total time spent being intimate increases significantly. Some couples may engage in 15, 30, or even 45 minutes of foreplay, making the entire experience much longer than the actual act of penetration itself. But if we focus purely on penetration, why is the average time between 5 and 7 minutes? The answer lies in physiology and natural arousal responses. The male body, when properly stimulated, is biologically wired to reach climax relatively quickly. Historically, this was an evolutionary advantage, increasing the chances of reproduction without excessive energy expenditure. Meanwhile, female arousal can take longer, requiring consistent stimulation, relaxation, and emotional connection for the most satisfying experience. And this is where the disconnect often happens. Many men worry that they need to last 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or even longer to satisfy their partner. But what truly enhances pleasure is not the length of penetration alone. It's the quality of the entire experience. Passion, connection, rhythm, and attentiveness are what make intimacy deeply fulfilling, not simply lasting longer for the sake of it. Interestingly, studies have also found that the definition of ideal sexual duration varies widely depending on personal preference, emotional connection, and individual experiences. In a survey, when asked what they considered the ideal length of penetrative sex, most couples responded with a range between 7 and 15 minutes, a number that's not drastically different from the actual average duration. But what about those who last too little or too long? Premature ejaculation, defined as climaxing within 1 to 2 minutes of penetration, is something that affects 1 in 3 men at some point in their lives. For these men, learning better control, relaxation techniques, and arousal pacing can help create a more satisfying experience for both partners. On the other hand, some men struggle with delayed ejaculation, where orgasm takes much longer to achieve or doesn't happen at all. This can be caused by psychological factors, excessive pornography use, medication side effects, or even stress and anxiety. But beyond all of these numbers, let's ask the real question: does duration actually matter? What creates the most satisfying intimacy is not about meeting some arbitrary standard, but about understanding and responding to your partner's desires. Some nights, an intense, passionate, and fast encounter can be just as fulfilling as a slow, drawn-out session of exploration and connection. And when it comes to satisfaction, what truly matters is communication. Couples who openly talk about their needs, who explore pleasure beyond just penetration, and who focus on the entire experience rather than just the clock are the ones who report the highest levels of satisfaction. So, my love, if you've ever wondered whether you last too little or too long, remember this. There is no single right duration for sex. What matters is how present you are in the moment, how well you connect with your partner, and how much you both enjoy the journey. I hope this conversation has given you insight, reassurance, and perhaps even a sense of relief. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment sharing your thoughts. Have you ever felt pressure to meet a certain expectation for duration? What has helped you create a more satisfying experience? I love hearing your stories, and every time we talk about these topics, we create space for more understanding, confidence, and connection. Sending you all my warmth, and until next time, focus on pleasure, not time, and remember that true intimacy is not measured in minutes, but in the depth of connection. A soft kiss, and I'll see you soon.